fruitful form of ministry that I have ever engaged in. Out of the few things that I've done, such as helping with churches, speaking at prayer meetings, camp meetings, and evangelistic seminars throughout the East and West Coast of America, as well as internationally, knocked on over 1,000 doors, done Bible studies with people in a variety of different locations, even doing health evangelism, visited all 253 congressional offices in Washington, D.C., did health fairs on the lawn of the Capitol building, worked with a variety of different people at different endeavors, taught in missionary training schools for several years now. I have never had anything that has even compared to being as fruitful as this one thing that I'm about to tell you. And I can tell you at the end of every endeavor, every activity, my heart, my conscience is always going back to this same thing, and that is giving Bible studies online. And I'll tell you why. When you're out, when you limit yourself to one community, then you have to knock on all of these doors. And as you're knocking on these doors, you are paying for gas, you're feeding Bible workers, you're housing people. If you're sending them out 9 to 5, you are going through a lot of effort, a lot of energy in order to find those few people. You might knock on 100 doors and 99 will tell you no, but that one person will say yes. And as you knock on 500 doors, you might find 5 people that are interested. And let's say you get 20 Bible study contacts. You're studying with 20 of them. Then that 20 might drop down to like 3 people that actually attend an event. Out of 30 people that attend an event, you might get 5 that are baptized that continue to go through. Just these statistics are not the case in every scenario, but things just get smaller and smaller and smaller out of all the effort and time and energy that you're putting into things. It gets really intense. What I like about doing online Bible studies is that you're able to produce content for social media, videos, micro content. You can do podcasts, interviews. YouTube has been tremendous, whatever the case is. And it has been a huge blessing. And once you start doing that, then you're able to read the comments. The people that did not like it, they shut the door and they don't waste your energy, time, or resources. The people who do like it, they might like it and then move on with their life. The people who really were touched and moved by the truthfulness of the message, they might comment, they might say something happy. Or people who don't like it, they might comment and say something grumpy. But at least that tells you who's interested and who's not. And the people that are interested, you can see in their comments how grateful they are for learning new truths. And you're like, hey, would you like to do a Bible study? And they're like, yes. How did you know? And it's like, well, you're commenting positive things. But hey, look, I'm available. If I sent you a link to Zoom, if I sent you a link to Skype, Google Hangouts, whatever, would you be interested in studying the Bible with me and my friend, my partner? And rarely, if ever, has someone told me no. And my problem is not that there are not enough people to study with. Our problem is that there are so many people to study with, there's not enough Bible workers. And the harvest truly is plenteous, but the labors are few. It is intense. And so when you find these people, you're finding those who are the most interested, the most thirsty, and the most just prime and ready. And they want to hear the truth, and they're ready to receive the gospel. And so they're coming to you for these questions and answers, or they comment on like, well, what about this verse? Or like, I want to know about this. And you're like, hey, would you like to join me on a video call? I can help answer your question one-on-one. People are like, yeah, I would love to do that. And you gain an experience, and it's very easy. There's no housing cost there. It's virtually no expense in order to be able to do that. Anybody can do it with their own like phone. They just pull it up and then they're able to instantly do Bible studies with people. It's incredible what you're able to do. You're not limited to a video. You can do video. You can do audio if you don't want to, if you're afraid to knock on a door, if you don't want your face to be seen or whatever, pick up the phone. I know people who could do that tremendously, and they're winning souls to Christ, I tell you. And I just see that the interest that they have, they're not wasting your time. They're thirsty. They're interested. they're learning truth. They're making changes in their life, and it has been so fruitful. And some incredible friends I have made through studying with people online and finding those who are doing that. And when I see people who are engaged in the online Bible study, online Bible work, I'm thoroughly encouraged, because I would like to see 100 Christian Bible readers where there is now only one. And this, I believe that this, I am so passionate about this, because there's a lot of people going out house to house. There's a lot of people that are speaking and preaching, and they're speaking in churches, but there's not as many people that are actually focusing on these social media platforms and using these modern technologies in order to spread the gospel. And because we need to go where the people live, and most of the world is living on social media. Millennials and Generation Z, and even the older generations, the people who are retired, baby boomers are spending 4 to 5 hours a week on social media as well. It's just increasing more and more, and we just need to go where the people are congregating. And if we are neglecting social media, it's like we are neglecting an entire generation of young people. And then we go to church and we wonder, where are all the young people from age like 18 to 30? They're like not in the church. And or you go there and you see a sea of gray heads, and you're just wondering, where are the youth? I know where the youth are. They're online. And so if we could just to start employing these young people who understand how to give Bible readings, partner them up with someone who's not technically savvy. You can have the experience with the inexperienced, or vice versa, and we'll be able to learn and train each other. And I have just found that this work will not be without fruit. And it is amazing that we're not using it more often. So online Bible readings, this is what I found to be the best. And I really want to encourage you to take another look at it. You would be amazed how many people are willing to receive Bible studies. When you don't limit yourself to one community, and you really, as Matthew 13 says, the field is the world's. The World Wide Web, not just the community, but the world's. Then you'll see that there's no limit. There's so many people thirsting and interested. You won't have a problem finding Bible contacts. You'll have a problem finding Bible readers who are willing to say, "Here am I, Lord, send me." Like Isaiah, God is looking for young people that are willing to raise their hand and say, "Lord, I want to be used by you. I want to go out and give Bible readings to share with others what you have shared with me."